Okay, so I have a stair back to do here. Oops. Remember, we don't oops here, but I just oopsed. So I have a stair back to do here. And we did the house originally. And then, but if you look at these stairs, this is oak, this is poplar. They paint the poplar, so I don't have to concern myself too much about getting mud on the poplar, but I do have to concern myself about getting mud on the oak. Because if this is going to get stained, and they don't sand it good enough, but they're going to sand all of this down too, so I'm not too concerned about this either. But if this was going to be stained, I would have to mask this all off, because I would get the mud on here, they don't sand it good enough, they go to stain this, and it becomes much, much darker where the mud is. So I know this is all getting painted, this is getting stained, this is getting stained, because I can see these are oak too. So I don't have that big of a concern. I did mask this right here where the step is, just in case, so I don't get any mud on that. I did mask up there, so if I drip any mud on the handrail, I'll be okay. But now what I'm about to do is I'm about to tape all of this stuff with paper tape and Durabond 20, the real hard Durabond 20. And then that way I can get this all pre-filled and taped at the same time so it doesn't move. And then I'll cut in all my off angles. I'll put my Leveline on the off angles, and I'll put the corner bead on with just regular taping mud. And I'm just planning on taping and topping this today. I can tape, top, skim this today. I can do that. But I have to be someplace at noon. And so it's playing it too close. So I'm going to get this all prepped. I'm going to have it all taped. I'm going to have it all topped. And then I'll come back tomorrow or the next day and skim it and then sand it and detail it. So I don't live that far from here. It's not like I'm driving 2 hours to get here. Otherwise, there's no way I would be not taping, topping, and skimming this. So it's close to my home. So, all right, we'll get back to you when I start cutting in all the off angles and I get all the corner bead cut in. So I've got all the angles, all the level line preliminary cuts. So I've got them cut long. If you can see here, this is much longer than it needs to be. I just guesstimated how big it was supposed to be, but now I can cut this in. Now I can cut these off angles in. And then what I always like to do with this stuff is just back cut it just a little bit. Just make sure that's back cut a little bit so it doesn't, I don't have to worry about it. And then I just check it. This is perfect. I'm going to set this off to the side. That's right where that needs to be. This one here, this is a big one. This is a bad one. It's bad. It's bad. All right. Now, this one I'm going to have to put in actually with Durabond because I have a massive gap right here. So I'll have to put this one in with Durabond. But I want to just double check it and triple check it so I don't have to cut this thing twice and still have it too short. So these are done. My next one, that's that one, that one. My buckets are downstairs, right? Let me grab my buckets because I need a bucket for this one. This one I can reach. Hey, I'll do this one next. This one I reach. Now, I cut this off the roll. This is called Leveline. I just cut it off the roll. Can you hear me now? They're doing tile work upstairs. I fold it in half like this, you know, because you want to crease it for the angle. I put it up here. Actually, I want to back cut this a little bit. Hey, remember that video I did on tile work where I was showing you how I do the Duralock around the shower? That was this house, and that's the tile guy I was telling you about how good he is. That's the tile guy. Maybe we'll go take a look at his tile before we're done here. So, and now I just bend it. See how that worked? And it left me a little crease on here. So now all I have to do is snip, snip, and this is going to fit perfectly right there. Just absolutely perfect. And I'm going to set it off the side because I'm not putting these in yet. I'm going to put these in when I do the offing or when I do these angles. That's when I'll put these in. Oh, that's weird. This is way off, but I know the casing should cover this, but Still. See, I have one more upstairs, but I need a bucket though. Plumber. My buckets are all full of water and stuff. You know what? This one's not too bad. I'll grab this one. It's a little heavy.
Heavy? He's my brother.
And I have that one to do there too. So, again, I crease it. Put it up here. Bend it. Right where it needs to go. I go snip. Snip. Back cut a little bit. I need to still back cut this side. And perfect. And I have uno más, one more. And that's right above the cameraman's head. This one here is a little different. That's it. All done. Got them all cut, ready to go in. See you in a bit. Hey, if you really like this video, subscribe. And if you really, really like this video, share it with somebody else. You have a great day.